What's up, nerds? Back with another video, a little bit random of a video because I was just inspired by thinking about this today, and then I saw this hat on my hat wall and I was like, yes, I'm going to finally make a video about this. It's been over a decade since we got Rick and Morty Season 1. According to the online internet webisodes, the first one was December 2013. December 2nd, 2013. So it's been 13 years since Rick and Morty Season 1 came out. Holy shit. I mean, it's crazy to think how big of a movement Rick and Morty was and how just fucking irrelevant it is today. I mean, no one cares. Now, was that because Justin Roiland, got accused of sexual stuff and then got acquitted? But I mean, I guess the argument is, well, we believe all of the accusers, so even if it didn't go anywhere, that doesn't mean he's not a weirdo creep, which I guess, for sure, but some of the best artists are all fucked up in some aspect, right? And it's just, you just kind of hope that it doesn't have to do with diddling kids. Like, yeah, okay, the guy's a sleazebag weirdo, but at least he doesn't diddle kids, I guess. Is that my bar? Is that how low my bar is? Is that fucked up? But, did it turn out that, everybody was just watching it in this one age range, and everybody was this one age range, and that was what the internet catered to? And now that those people have grown up, that's not the age, that's not the range of like popularity, or that's not the age range that like popular things cater towards, or like, it's just weird to think about. And when you watch the old episodes and the new episodes, you can definitely see a difference, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Jerry episodes, I love Summer episodes, I love Beth episodes. Don't get me wrong, it's still got, classic Rick and Morty things in there, but it's just, it's weird to think about. I don't know, how old you guys are when you're watching this. I don't know, if you ever watched Rick and Morty, when you started watching Rick and Morty. But I mean, like, for me, I was like a big Rick and Morty guy. I think I started watching halfway through season 2, which, according to the internet, I will pull up right now, season 2 was 2015. Let's see, this started 2014. Started 2015, yeah, because it was 2 years in between season 1 and season 2, and that's when like the hype really started to build up, because everyone was like, oh my god, this show's so good, why isn't there a season 2 yet? It finally got season 2. Season 2 was great, and then that was when the hype train like really started getting going. And then season 3 is April 1st, right? Let me triple check. Yep, season 3 dropped April 1st, 2017, another 2 years after. So you had this huge, you had a great season 1, this kind of like perfect pressure cooker build up in between season 2. Season 2 dropped, it was great. If you knew about it, you knew about it. But then you had the 2 years in between 2015 and 2017 where everybody rewatched the first season, the second season, and then season 3 dropped, April Fools. You're thinking to yourself, oh my god, there's no way this is real. And then that was the real episode 1 of season 3, and that was really when like the full blown the hype train was out of control. And I mean, you got still to this day, you've got stupid Rick and Morty shit everywhere. Like, I mean, if you go to Walmart, you can find Rick and Morty Crocs. Like it's definitely died down, but I mean the purchasing power and like the money that went into that. I mean, I think that's maybe one of the reasons why Justin Roiland went like turbo weirdo maybe was because, I mean, what do you do when you've got people, you know, you Rick and Morty, I mean, they joked about it in the show, but, you know, Rick and Morty cups, Rick and Morty boxers, Rick and Morty pencils, Rick and Morty notepads, Rick and Morty toilet paper, Rick and Morty everything, you know, and it's like $100 million of Rick and Morty, you know, like the merchandise from it. And people, you know, you had the Rick Mobile that traveled around the country, which I still have my Rick Mobile backpack. I have my Rick Mobile pins, pictures of me with the Rick Mobile. That was actually around COVID time, actually. Either right before or right after. Let's see. Let's Google that. Rick Mobile tours the USA. When was that? Was that pre-COVID? Yeah, that was pre-COVID. Let's see. Rick Mobile is on tour. Let's see. Let's go to the Instagram of it real quick. 92 weeks ago. August 2024. No, that was, let's see. August 6th, 2024. That was post-COVID. But I mean, oh my God. It'd be crazy if there's a picture of me on this thing. But the point is that, you know, Rick and Morty was fucking everything. And then all of a sudden it was nothing, right? And now, you know, the only people I talk to about Rick and Morty are like old Rick and Morty heads, right? Like there's no new Rick and Morty heads. Is that not crazy? Sound not crazy to you? And no one cares. Like a new season drops, who gives a shit? No one cares. And it was just something that I wanted to make a video about because it got me thinking about Twitch streamers right now, right? Because there's a lot of Twitch streamers that, quite frankly, I think are shit. I think the majority of Twitch streamers are shit right now. They're all IRL streamers, and who gives a shit? And they're somehow like really popular, but it just makes me think about Rick and Morty. It's like Rick and Morty was so popular, but no one gives a fucking shit now. And it's like all these Twitch streamers, is it like the same thing? Is it just like an age group thing? Is it just like a timing thing? Like, you know, are all of these people that viewed Rick and Morty that now aged out, like all these Twitch streamers that have this audience, like who are their audience? Like they don't even have to buy any merch. They don't even have to do anything. Like they just watch Twitch streams. Like, you know, like what happens when all of these, like, I don't know if they are, but let's just say they're all fucking, you know, 12 to 14-year-olds. What happens when they graduate high school? What happens when they go to college? What happens when they have better things to do? Like all these Twitch streamers, all these IRL streamers, you know, like I wonder when their 15 minutes of fame is going to be up, because Rick and Morty had such an insane, just insano run. And now it's just absolutely nothing. So like these Twitch streamers, like, I mean, what it's, and this is just a hypothesis, right? I could be dead wrong, right? But it seems like so many of them are just like, you know, like it's like parasocial living, but it's like you're watching like the cool kids at high school, but they're the Twitch streamers now. And it's like, what happens when you get old enough to realize that they're not the cool kids? What happens when you get old enough to like live your own life or anything? Like what's going to happen? How hard is that fall off going to be? Like these streamers that have, you know, a lot of them, you know, they at least, hey, gotta give it to them. They've branched out and do other stuff. Like a lot of them either make music, which I consider to be dog shit, or they do, you know, other like events and stuff, which some of the events are cool, right? But I mean, it's just like, what do they bring to the table other than like pretending to be cool, or maybe having cool clips? Like everything's clip culture now. And so it was just something that, like, a weird combo of like Rick and Morty got me thinking about popularity. How can popularity die out so quick? And then like Twitch streamers, why do people watch these fucking Twitch streamers? Like, and then a very side note, you know, like it's like black culture has taken over Twitch streaming, like at least like the most popular IRL streamers, right? And it's something that, like, for me growing up, right, I lived through like some of the not original like white people loving black people, black culture, like that's been like for fucking ever, right? But I mean like for like I mean the biggest like that with the online transition, not like pre-internet happens, right? But post-internet, like the internet transition of white people like really wanting to live vicariously through black people, like that's what it seems like all these Twitch IRL streamers are. It's just like, oh man, I've got a cool black friend. Like, who is your cool black friend? Oh, it's a Twitch streamer. Like, it's so crazy. I don't know, rambly random video. I don't know. If you made it this far, congrats. The secret word for today's video is Toonami. So if you made it all the way through this video, somehow to the end, shout out Toonami. Anyway, smoke grass, eat ass, be excellent to each other as always. I will see you in the next video. Deuces. My eyes look crazy. Deuces. I'm so tired. I can't wait to go to bed. Been up for like 20 hours. Ugh. That's why my eyes look crazy, because I want to sleep.